Hi, Leo. Welcome to Basic Bitch Tarot. This Basic Bitch welcomes you. If you're new to the channel, subscribe and hit the bell so you know when I read for your sign. If the messages don't resonate, understand that these are general messages. You might just need to check a different channel or check your sun, moon, and moon sign. I'm going to do a Celtic cross message for you, which is a soul message. It's not meant to be situational. Sure, you can take the placements and the cards and look them up for yourself and see it in a more situational way, and that's fine. You're free to do that. But the reason I do Celtic cross soul message is because even if you can look at this reading in a situational way, you need to understand that your soul is bringing situations to you so that you can have the experiences that you want to have, so that you can learn lessons and move through life the way you wanted to when you came into the planet. Right, kittens? So let's get into it. Celtic Cross General Soul Messages for September 7th through the 14th. Universe, for Leo, those born on Earth between July 22nd and August 22nd, or July 23rd, that's right, through August 22nd. General messages for Leo, please. For Leo. Born in the sign of Leo or sun and moon in Leo. For Leo, please. Universe, for Leo. General Celtic Cross messages, soul messages for September 7th through the 14th for Leo, please. That's it. Thank you, universe. Thank you, angels. Thank you, Leo. This is you. What's crossing you? What's driving you? You want me to go slow. I need to move fast here, Leo. What's the past? What's crowning you? Like what's driving you and what you're thinking about. The future, inner influences, external influences, your hopes and fears, and a final outcome. At the bottom of the deck, oh, Leo, strength in reverse. Here you are, Leo. Right now, you might be a little low energy. You might be a little in doubt about something, having some raw emotions, needing inner strength. When I see strength in reverse, Leo might be in a situation where they're kind of in their cave, the lion going into its cave, and having a hard time dealing with a situation right now, just feeling weak, maybe feeling depleted, in your element, but a little in the reverse. Queen of Pentacles in reverse, maybe having some financial issues right now, a work-home conflict, just not feeling like this strong together, Leo. This is Earth energy. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy, but it's just in the reverse, which tells me that you're maybe working on being more independent and working on self-care right now. Is that why you're in your cave? I don't know. That's just sort of the reading within the reading. It's a vibe. Let's see. Tell me your story. This Nine of Swords. Judgment. Two of Swords in reverse. Jesus, Leo. Four of Wands reverse, the Star, and the High Priestess. Wow. Well, you guys, your love message for last week was pretty tough. So right now, maybe you're having a Nine of Swords moment. Really anxious, worried, fearful about something. Maybe dealing with some depression, some nightmares. This might be external things plaguing you, a situation might be driving you crazy right now. But it's not the Eight of Swords where, it's these self-imposed restrictions. It's the Nine. You've moved out of that. It's like she's awake now. And the Eight of Swords, she's tied up and she has a blindfold on and she's having nightmares. You're awake now. You're still dealing with anxiety about something. All she needs to do is move past this and get out of that bed and get up. there's something plaguing you right now. We've got Libra energy here crossing you, judgment, maybe needing to make a decision about something, having an inner calling. The judgment is a reckoning, it's an awakening. You may have heard an inner calling in some way and had to pass judgment on a situation, or you're not allowing that to happen. When you do acknowledge that inner calling of judgment, you will have a rebirth. But it's like you have this gut feeling about something and it's stressing you out. Judgment can be a need of reconciliation in some way. It can quite literally be a judge passing judgment about something. Like a decision needs to be made. You have to answer the call about something in some way. Um, Again, that Libra energy, and it's crossing you, which tells me that perhaps you're not allowing for it to happen. You are, but it's sort of in the way right now. It could also be helping you, though, like understanding something and having an awakening, and an absolute knowing and feeling might be what's helping you get from 8 to 9, but you need to allow for that to happen so you can release this anxiety that you're going through. What's driving you right now is Two of Swords. I know there's a glare on the table, you guys, and I'm sorry. Um, what's driving you right now is Two of Swords in reverse, feeling very indecisive, feeling a little confused about what should drive you at this point. You might have information overload. You might feel like you're in a stalemate in some situations in your life. When I see the Two of Swords reversed and Judgment, this Libra energy together, having to face something in some way, or like this Libra energy causing you this anxiety, um, what's driving you is you're confused and you're not quite sure what to do at this point. I heard Leo doesn't quite know what to do, and having a hard time facing a situation in some way with Strength in reverse, and maybe feeling a little depleted financially in some way. What we've got in the past is that you're bringing into this second week in September is the Four of Wands in reverse. This is about like personal celebration and inner harmony, and a transition. You're needing to moving forward in a situation, you need transition. It also might mean you're kind of in conflict with others, wanting to work on self care and building within yourself, not necessarily with others. You might have had a really joyful, relaxing, fun, celebratory summer and feeling like now, okay, now I got to buckle down a bit, focus on because the fours are about foundation, right? They're about foundation and they're about structure and stability. Moving into this month, really needing to work on inner structure for yourself for in some way. What we've got that's driving you, this is an interesting thing to be in what's driving you. This is Aquarius energy and also Libra energy too sometimes. What's crowning you is hope and faith, and purpose. It's also spiritual and spirituality. You might be feeling really spiritual in the middle of the month, close to whatever religion or religious beliefs you have, possibly, really being fueled by that. But you have hope in something or someone and faith. But when I see this, what's crowning you is you may need to see a renewal of purpose and in different parts of your life. And it's weird, like what's driving you is it being at a stalemate and not being able to make a decision about something. And you're really having hope in someone else. I know it's someone else for a lot of you, but also within yourself, and needing to renew purpose and direction in some way in this second week in September. We've got more Libra energy here. Libra, semi-Libra, more Libra. Are you dealing with a Libra right now? I don't want to be situational, Leo, but I just let universe speak through me. When they want to be a little situational with the Celtic cross messages, I let them. We've got this high priestess in the future. Again, more spirituality, needing to trust your intuition, focus on the sacred knowledge that you've gained at this point. It's divine feminine and it's the subconscious mind. The high priestess goes within, a little bit of an alpha male or female, little single, little elusive. The high priestess works alone. It's not that she's out of touch with others, it's that she's not secretive, but I mean, she's the high priestess. The magician and the high priestess are, they, they work alone. And what this is telling me is you're going to need to, in the future, trust your judgment a little bit better, maybe push yourself or others in your life to be a little bit more independent and manifest your own reality or their own reality to a large extent. But I really love this energy for you because when you're a Leo, you have that heart of the lion, and Leo just naturally, generally embodies a lot of divine masculine in their life and their situations. Moving forward to the future, universe and your solar is telling you you're going to need to, in the future, at some point soon, get into that divine feminine energy. But and really be proud of and exercise your ability to nurture, trust, and sense things empathically, as opposed to instead hiding it away. And that's sort of what the strength card in reverse does. It hides it away. You're really going to be called in the future to embrace that and to connect to your intuition, be more empathic, have more empathy, and also trust your own inner wisdom. And regardless of your gender, moving forward in the future, for the rest of the month, it's going to be vital for you to balance and integrate your masculine and your feminine energies. But the high priestess is kind of about, it's a signal that you're going to need to embrace that sacred feminine need in your life. And that comes from within in a lot of ways. You need to really tune into your body right now. Moving forward through the month, you may experience a heightened state of consciousness and awareness, and even enlightenment. I think that's really neat. You're going to need to embrace a more calm and passive, patient approach. But the high priestess is very independent and self sufficient, right? The kind of solitude and silence are going to be more important to you so that you can be more intuitive. Yeah, in relationships, it means that there could be more of a connection between you and others. um, and it will be a relationship that's guided by intuition, where you're both kind of sharp, and spiritual bonds are going to come into play. A spirituality will come into play between and yourself and others. The star, the high priestess, suggests kind of spiritual awakening to me, and um, possibly changing some of your spiritual beliefs. But this judgment got all this Libra energy here. This is interesting. I'd love to turn this into a situational reading and aspect the shit out of it with aspecting cards. But again, I'm just not, if the messages seem kind of loose and open ended, you just need to focus on what that means for you in your life and meditate on it. That's the purpose of the Celtic cross. Ooh, my. Okay. Well, what we've got and what you're bringing to the table is the sun. Here's your card again, another one of your cards, the sun in reverse. You're feeling like you might need to take the sun off of something or a situation right now in some way. You might feel a little burnt out. You might be experiencing feeling down, overly optimistic about a situation in a certain way as well, I think. But the sun in a tarot reading is never a negative card. It's just in the reverse for you. For some of you, you might really need to get out and play a little bit more. Because as adults, we get lost in that hustle and bustle, right? So when you see the sun in reverse in a tarot reading, see it maybe as your pessimism in a situation, and see it as your pessimism slip to leave behind like work responsibilities and judgment and all that just for a moment and play and have fun. Um, and the sun in reverse might mean you're struggling to see the brighter side of things. It can also be burnout. And you may have experienced some setbacks recently in situations that have sort of damaged your enthusiasm and your optimism about a situation. Um, and so the direction in your path moving forward through next week might seem a little clouded or distorted. You need to trust that intuition a little better, but it's never a negative card because this is only temporary. The obstacles, you see can be easily removed. Okay, I promise you. When the sun's here in reverse, those obstacles can be removed. You just have to keep that in your mindset, and it just might take a bit more effort than usual. But again, you might be too confident and overly optimistic about some things. You may have even become a little egotistical and out of touch with what you can achieve. And ask yourself, are you being truthful to yourself or others? Or are you trying to talk yourself up when you can't deliver something? If this resonates with you, then you need to ask others for feedback and a reality check. Are you being unrealistic in any way? Or is what you've set out to achieve achievable? Are you ready? Are you really as good as you think you are and how others think you are? Again, I'm hearing burnout, um, feeling getting tired of something in some way. Wow, they want me to be situational. Anyways, let's move on to external factors. External factors right now, we've got the Ten of Pentacles in the upright. Wealth, financial security, family, long-term success, contribution, receiving or giving contributions. This is on the minds of the other external factors in your life this week. You or someone else in your life might be really focused on reaching this Ten of Pentacles wish fulfillment, and just really becoming stable. They may want to help you if you need help. They may need your help in some way. This is often about like family wanting to help you or family needing your help. But this card's in the upright. These external folks and influences in your life, they do want financial security, they do want wealth, they do want long-term success, and they do want to contribute in some way to their own lives and to you possibly, or you to them. Their intentions are good in this way. This is on your mind in some way. Hopes and fears, again, more spirituality. The Hermit, this is Virgo energy. Okay, Virgo energy. This is soul searching, being really introspective, being alone. Whatever it is you're hopeful or fearful of, it's really, you need to go within and be really introspective about it. You might need to have like a soul journey or a soul walk. I feel like when I see the Hermit, the High Priestess, the Judgment, and the Star, I feel like something spiritual might be happening for you. But on a surface level, the Hermit could be you're fearful of someone being hermetic and pulling away from you. If they are, understand that it's necessary. It's not bad, it's in the upright. You may be hopeful for um, like just needing to go within and hoping that you gain wisdom out of whatever situation that you're in right now. Let this hermit moment happen. It's in the upright, which tells me you're going to go on a little bit of a spiritual journey here. It might go on a spirit journey about a Libra, or you just have a lot of Libra being pulled on you right now in your chart. Um, just know that they want me to say that this is necessary for the cycle in some way. a crisis of conscience might be happening in some way. Don't be afraid. It's okay to be hopeful. These hermit moments don't last forever, okay? You'll get back out there. This other person will get back out there. When I see the hermit and then the sun in reverse and then the strength in reverse, I feel like you're definitely having a hermit moment. Let it happen, but remember that you will eventually, as the lion, have to come out of the cave and implement the way the high priestess does, all that knowledge and wisdom, and the need to trust your intuition like judgment does. Final outcome that we have for between the 7th and the 14th is the lovers in reverse. Everyone panics when they see this card. If this means that there's a relationship in your life that's quite literally the lovers in reverse, where it's maybe like sex only or a lack of sex and love, a lack of that Mars and Venus connection, if that's the case, on a soul level, it's happening because there's might be some disharmony and imbalance, a misalignment of values between yourself and another, or just two parts of yourself. It could mean you're just not really doing what you love. You're ignoring an inner calling, or you need to hear your inner calling. Have a high priestess and hermit moment. Be really hopeful, and it's always lovers in reverse is asking you to focus on self-love and try to get to the bottom of why there's disharmony in certain parts of your life or within yourself. What is imbalance? Judgment and Libra are asking you for balance. So is the high priestess. So is this two of swords. Feeling like a little overwhelmed, like you're going to drop it all, like you're going to fall in some way, or someone else is going to fall in some way. This can get into the upright. Trust your intuition. Make that decision, okay? Might be avoiding something at the moment. Um, when you do that and you get that self love, that disharmony and that imbalance and that misalignment of values, are you misaligning in values with yourself or another person on a spiritual level? I don't know. I felt the need to say that. That self love will come, and you'll flip into the upright and you'll be able to connect with others or other parts of yourself again. But by the 14th, the main focus of your soul is self love. Think about what you're pouring your sun onto, and have this spiritual journey and this awakening. And this, you're so hopeful about something here, Leo. Please leave comments and tell me what's going on here for you guys. This is sort of an interesting spread to me. Also, like that's building on yourself foundation. That's really kind of nifty, you guys, and powerful. So that's your Celtic cross message. I hope that helped you guys. I'm now going to make a second video where I pull from my divine masculine deck, which are the divine masculine angels, these shaman oracles. I'm going to pull from my divine feminine deck, which are the oracles of light. They're my if the high priestess kind of rules my divine feminine deck, and the magician and the emperor and all that rule my divine masculine. We're also going to pull an animal totem for you, because all the energies off the planet give us great advice, but there are species all around us that we underestimate that give us a lot of wonderful advice, because they have a very unique perspective and view of humans. And we're going to pull an animal totem card for you and tell you what the animal spirits of earth around you want you to focus on this week. And then I will pull a demon card, which will talk to you about any demons that you might be facing. These are the tough demons that we need to release. Then I'm going to give you advice about a very specific situation that you have a question about in my psychic tarot deck that I use to allow universe to speak through me and give you some advice about some stuff or one specific thing. Okay, so move on to video 2 if you're interested in the oracle messages. I'll be honest, we're egocentric and we're impatient as humans. We just want love messages, situational messages. I promise you, as much advice and fulfilling as this message might have been with the Celtic cross, these are the messages in video 2 that you really need to listen and pay attention to, kittens. That's the free advice from universe, okay? So move to part 2. I love you, Leo. I hope this helped you guys. Let me know in the comments if it resonated with you. I'll be listening to Universe for you, okay? And I'll see you next time.